Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Shadow, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Shadow's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we use while we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Shadow has been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we will be sure to show you how to properly put that collar on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Now, as you see, Shadow is sitting very nicely on Fred's left-hand side, which is where all of our obedience training takes place. The first command that they're going to go ahead and demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. The command that you're going to use is Shadow heel, and you're going to start walking, and Shadow should then fall in line nicely, walking on your left-hand side without lagging behind on that leash or lunging ahead and pulling on that leash. Also incorporated into our heeling exercise is an automatic sit, so anytime that you're out walking with Shadow and you stop, he should sit nicely at your left heel position. And there was an example right there. And you'll see frequent examples throughout this video here of where Fred will stop and he'll automatically sit right there at your left heel position. Very nicely done. The next command they're going to demonstrate is the stay command, and the stay command is a hand and a voice command. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm an inch or so in front of his muzzle, and the one-word command to stay. Then walk out to the end of your training leash. Shadow should remain seated in this position throughout the entire command. This is a great command to practice frequently throughout the day to help build up his ability to stay for longer periods of time. Start at about 1 minute and slowly increase your increments up to 3 minutes time. Fred returns back by walking all the way around and behind as an added distraction. He's going to give Shadow a little pet there to let him know that he did a great job with his commands. When you are working him through his commands and he is completing them appropriately, let him know, whether it be physical petting him or verbal praise. Just running through their heel sit and stay for you again.
Stay.
Now this time they're going to demonstrate the recall or the come command, where you're going to call Shadow in using his name in a happy tone, where he then comes in and sits nicely in front of you and returns to heel position, heeling around the back of you, returning to your left-hand side, sitting nicely, waiting for his next command. Great job. And they'll demonstrate that again. Sit, stay, out to the end of the leash. Call him in. You can use that leash to make sure you reel him in front of you there. Good job. Sits nicely, heels around the back. Sits nicely again. Very well done. It's important to make sure that you're practicing your commands at home, both indoors as well as outdoors, to generalize them. And you want to pick an area with no distractions at first, and you'll slowly incorporate your amount of distractions over time. Give yourself some time to get a good feel for working him through his commands with his leash and his collar. This next command is the first of our down commands. It's down from a heel position. Again, use the open flat of your left palm, this time straight down towards the ground, and the one-word command to down. Then give that stay command and out to the end of your leash. Again, he should remain laying down throughout the entire command. Practice this one frequently throughout your day as well to help build up the ability to down stay. Start about 3 minutes and go up to 5 minutes over time increments. He got up from the down, so Fred told him down and repeated the command. It is important to make sure that he follows through. Much better. And they'll demonstrate that again. Also want to make sure that although you are practicing your commands indoors and outdoors, you want to generalize them, as well as setting aside about 10-15 minutes to run through your commands in a formal obedience session such as this video here. Fred leaves them in another down stay, and this time they'll demonstrate the come command from the down position. Good boy. We do have one last command to demonstrate, and that is our down from a distance. You're going to leave Shadow in a sit stay for this command. Out to the end of the leash. Use your right hand to give the down command from the end of the leash. Good boy. We've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Shadow has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Shadow, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.